Yeah, so what we're doing is every Tuesday at the moment we're coming here and taking the boys off site to get a little bit of a change of change of venue, a change of cadence of what we're trying to do, but then also really tap into some of the expertise that we have locally in the state. And some of these guys are world class at what they're doing, so we're trying to partner with them to really take our program to the next level. Yeah, well, first of all, you've got this phenomenal gym, so it's a great space for us to spin through the guys really quickly. We've got an amazing environmental chamber and sort of like recovery areas that we can take advantage of here, so we're really maximizing the adaptation that we're getting from the training that we've been doing on the other days, but we're also recovering really hard as well, so that's been great. And then I'm sure you've seen the movement lab and what we've been trying to do around what we're teaching the boys in game day, or around our systems and around how we're going to play, and then being able to test that and being able to make sure that we are really putting in place some really strong learning environments and learning principles to what we're trying to do. So the coaches have done a phenomenal job with that as well. Yeah, well, our guys, they lift a lot of heavy weights, which is great. I guess our biggest theme now is trying to make sure that we're not just lifting and being very, very strong, but then it's being able to transfer that onto the field. It really doesn't matter if we've got all these amazing numbers that you guys have seen earlier on in the preseason, but if we're not able to transition that into how they play the game, then it's really pointless. So we're trying to make sure that we're getting that. So you'll see a lot of really interesting ways in which we lift, in which we're trying to coach them, in which we're trying to create context to really take their strength levels and their physical performance to that next level out on the track.
Oh, back, nice. Chase. Chase. Hinge. Come on, bro. Give me a ball. Hinge. Done.
So I guess it's all about optimizing. This time of year, like it is quite a short preseason, even though from the olden days. So like we're trying to absolutely optimize what we're trying to do throughout every single day. So this is a nice little way in which we can start to really put in place all the basic education, how are we transferring that into how we're doing it in scenarios, how are we taking our strength levels and our fitness levels, and how are we able to optimize that and make sure that we're ready not just for tomorrow, but we're adapting sort of long term, so we're ready for round one and for a long season ahead. We're here it's a sustainable environment we're trying to create, so we want these guys hop, skipping and jumping into training every day, and that's when you learn the most. That's when you have your most fun. That's when you will succeed if you're having a great time with it as well. So being able to absorb all the information, it's really hard at the moment. These guys are training very, very hard. It's very hot at the moment, which is fantastic, but we want to make sure that we're keeping ourselves fresh. So having elements of fun, elements of engagement as best as we possibly can. That's what we want. Oh, it's been amazing. I know everyone says it. Everyone gets seduced by pre-season. Everyone's fitter than ever. Everyone's on the track and killing it and all the rest of it. But this group has been phenomenal. They really have the diligence, the attention to detail, the level of intensity they bring to everything, and the way that they hold themselves accountable for their own careers and their own performance has been phenomenal, and it's been really, really fun to be part of. And I can see exactly where you guys got to last year, and hopefully we can take the next step with this group now going forward. Yeah, it's refining the program. Like, it's been such a great position. I know Darren for a long, long time. I know the type of program that's going to have been in place. There's a great transition and the handover between us. And now it's about just refining it, and then it's taken on every day. There's a new barrier, there's a new thing in front of us that we have to challenge ourselves with. How do we get that? It's a unique environment. Like, what are these guys at now? They're exponentially better than they were last year. Okay, well then what does that mean? How do we take them to that next level? So it's a really, really nice challenge for us to take it now, and that's been one of my biggest focuses now. Okay, we've really created an amazing foundation of what we're doing. How do we take that to the next level, and really interrogating and challenging all the pieces of the program and seeing how we can make those small but important changes. Yeah, look, we're on track. You know, it's the same tired story from HPMs. You know, across the league, you know, everyone's fitter than they've ever been. Time trials scores have been blown out of the water, etc., etc. But we are in a really good spot. We're into lots of match play now. We're really putting ourselves to make sure we're fully fit, that we're making sure that we're getting all the scenarios that the coaches want, that we're putting ourselves out there and really stretching how we're going to play, and making sure that we're putting this, and it's ruthless consistency, session after session, that we're really trying to back it up now.